case, I was pulled up behind a guy in a car. I might have told you this before, but this guy had a really expensive car, and he had expensive clothes. You could see because he was leaning out of the car to yell at who'd ever given him his food. And I was behind him in my car. I couldn't imagine what could have gone so fucking wrong with food. This guy was angry, really angry, you know. And when I got up and I saw that it was just a teenager in the window, I actually felt sorry for the rich old guy, more than the teenager, because that rich old guy, whatever he was doing to get all that money during the day, it's like if you can't even get that money back to the house without turning into this kind of a tool, it's hard to say that you really have a whole lot of money. I mean, I'll ride your jet ski with you. I don't like it. Nobody does. I felt sorry for that guy. And I kept thinking, what kind of day he had? And so in my mind, I was him singing about how my day had gone. He starts off, he says, you know, baby, that goddamn kiss-ass Handelman, vice president of human resources or something, and he stood up and made a speech about how we would all have to work even harder now. I thought, harder now? Harder at what? I'd give up anything to get up and walk out of here, but I am stuck on the corner. Sanity and madness. I'm looking him over. Can't see no difference. I'm making money out of paper, paper out of tree. Making so much money we can hardly breathe. You ought to hear the shit that I get from my daughter. She says that she can't stand the sight of the car I bought her. Gonna ruin life forever if she don't ride no rag top. Her and her mother spend my money pretty much non-stop. They're trying to break us for the sake of this neighborhood. They need everybody up and down the street to think we do. We're stuck on the corner. Sanity and madness. Yeah, don't look anymore. Can't see no difference. Paper, paper out of tea. Making so much money we can hardly breathe. I didn't even want to study economics. My parents made me because they said it would be practical. I can't make my kid do a goddamn thing I tell him to. That kid's an underpants radical. He is as unimpressed by these flags in my cubicle as I am secretly impressed with his ability to look at everything so completely irresponsibly. I'm stuck on the corner. Sanity and madness. And I'm looking him over. Can't see no difference. Making money out of paper, paper out of tree. So much money we can hardly breathe. Look out. I'd ever been, and then I nearly jerked a kid out of a drive-through window. He said, will that be everything? I said, what the fuck would you know? You are looking at a man that is about to buy his little girl a rag top. What are you driving a bicycle, you little punk? I'm stuck on a corner. Sanity and madness. I'm looking him over. Can't see no difference. Money out of paper, paper out of tree. Making so much money we can hardly breathe. Making money out of paper, paper out of tree. Making so much money we can hardly breathe. Making money out of paper, paper out of tree. Making so much money, Lord God, we're making so much money we can hardly breathe. when we get all together.
Todd Snider rules.
Long for precedented times. I grew up just down the road. I went to Beaverton High School in just outside of Portland, Oregon. My dad was a developer, like a construction foreman. He would build like subdivisions of houses and he would oversee them. And we ended up moving from here to Houston, to Austin, to Memphis, anywhere there was a boom town. And I don't know if you got like when it's a boom town, there will be a few subdivisions going by a few different companies, and painters and drywall guys and concrete guys and sheetrock guys. They are scarce and they have their choice of jobs oftentimes. And so sometimes the job of the boss is just to get the worker to stay. That's it. So it gets tenuous, you know, that the divide between them. My dad was good at always just having beer for everybody and trying to make it fun. He'd get on that walkie-talkie thing and go, "What the fuck, over?" And I remember a lot of times he would be getting in arguments with guys that were working for him. But, you know, I see you see it.
Yeah. Woo!
Me like that, boss. Well, I don't care who you are. If you don't wanna have to hang your own drywall, well, don't push me too far. Boomtown work ain't that hard to come by. Boomtown workers are. You might be the one that's running the show, but that doesn't mean you're in charge. Looking for a job when I found this one. Don't need this work, but you need this work done. You looking like you're under pressure. I was looking for a job when I met you. I'm sharing a room with two guys over at the Motel 6 bars. Send every dime I make here home to my ex-wife. I just did 2 years and 28 days. With a little better aim, I'd have been in there for my whole life. So you see, broke ain't gonna take me a whole lot of getting used to. Neither will no bar quiet, jailhouse wall. Watch what you say to someone with nothing. It's almost like having it all. I'm looking for a job. I found this one. All need is work, but you need work done. You looking like you're under pressure. I was looking for a job when I met you.
Todd Snider rules.
I was telling you I kind of went through this hallucinogenic drug phase. Also, musicians, we tend to get our clothes at thrift stores. So when we're young, it looks like you're kind of maybe in a punk band. But then you get a little older and you start to look outdoors. Or like homeless, that's what they used to call homeless. Outdoors. Many times as I realized I was getting older on the road, I'd be in the lobby of the hotel and they'd be all like, excuse me sir, are you staying with us? And then I ain't asking nobody else that. I said, honestly, I don't know what I had on or whatever, but I was in Reno, and I was they have this little river that goes right through the middle of the town, and they have these flat rocks that lay on the edges of it, and I just laid down on one and I went to sleep. And a little bit later, this guy shakes my shoulder to wake me up, and he's a priest. He got a fucking collar thing, and he's got a couple guys behind him that kind of look like me. And I thought, oh shit, this guy thinks I'm outdoors. And I didn't, want to be Mr. Has His Own House guy, I was already in too deep, man, so I had to go with those guys. And I got a sandwich and some chips. And then I'll tell you this is true. It wasn't even long ago, and I know I had been awake for a while, and I probably was what you call disheveled, when I was at this hotel called the Pier Point Hotel in somewhere in California, and I was under the influence of LSD I'm sorry I keep talking about it, it's just true. And I was just laying there in the sand. I don't remember what I had on, but this guy comes over, and he's got a light blue shirt on, and he's got a whole bunch of other light blue shirt people with him, and he asked if they could pray for me. I thought, fuck me running, I must look awful. And then I started thinking, but maybe that this isn't even happening. This guy and his wife were coming down the pier there, and the boardwalk, I guess you call it, and they had their daughter, little girl, and she looked like she was dressed for a play from the 20s or whatever. And I see them, and they're looking at me, and I'm embarrassed, and I'm thinking maybe these guys are real. And then, because of the way the guy was looking at me, and I looked at him like, what do you want from me, right? He's walking by, and his kid makes eye contact with me, and in my mind, I said to the kid, these people might not even really be here. And she spoke back to me and she said, yes, they are. And then she said, but I'm not though. Oh, life too short to worry. Life too short not to love everybody. Life too long. At a shack out in the hill. It never paid no money for, but it paid up all her bills. She must have been 80 years old, but her heart was warm and her beer was cold, and she gave away more than she ever sold. She would be smiling all the time. I used to sing off in the corner of that place every Friday night. A loud crowd of cowboys, bikers, and barroom fights. Well, they'd be drinking beer and carrying on. Not one of them listened to one of my songs. Oh, Miss Virgin, she'd be singing along. She said she knew them all by heart. And then one night, after closing up, she poured me a beer. She said, come over here and sit down, you little shit. I've got something that you need to hear. Life ain't easy getting through. Everybody gonna try to make it tough on you. I tell you right now, you do what you do, they're never gonna get you down. And then she said, oh, I'm too short to work there. I'm too long to wait. I'm too short not to love everybody. I'm too long to hate. I mean, I'm in the tangle and finagle all the time. Trying to save you, maybe make it down. Let me, Lord knows, some people, I ain't got no time to make it down. ain't seen old Virgin. I guess that old bro been 30-some years. I've been running around this country. I sing my song for tips and beer. The nights are long, the driving's tough. The hotels are weird and the pay sucks. But I can't dig what I do enough. You never ever get me down. I'm always singing I'm too short to worry. I'm too long to wait. Too short and I love everybody. I'm too long to hate.